Hi, so here's a very quick tutorial on how to create your website on Fireworks and then export it over to Dreamweaver and delete some bits to put in videos and animations. So here on my Mac you can see I've got my example assignment folder, and in these I've got three different folders. I've got a folder where I've got some images which appear on the sites, and I've also got my animated banner in there. I've got a folder called web pages which have got my Fireworks web pages which are saved as .png files, and then I've got a website folder where I'm going to export these pages as HTML files for a web page. I've also got my original template which I used to put my drop down menus on, and then I've used this template to make these two web pages. So if we have a look at these web pages in Fireworks, you can see this is my home page. It's got my drop down menus. So if I just show you what's in these drop down menus, so you can see this is linked to 3 pages, and these are the names of those 3 pages, and they'll open in the same browser. I've got some text and I've got an image that I've put on there as well. If I look at my next page, you can see the template I've used is exactly the same, but on this one I've got some different text, I've got a different image, and I've put a slice using the slice tool here, which is the same size as this animated banner. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this animated banner and I'm going to make it appear here on my website using Dreamweaver. So the first thing that I need to do is export these web pages out of Fireworks now as HTML files into my website folder. So they're going to go, into this folder here. So I need to make sure that I'm naming them the same file name that I've said that I'm going to name them in these drop down menus. The first thing that I need to do is make sure that when I export this, I'm not clicked on a specific part of this image. I need to click out in the grey. If I'm clicked on this part, then it will just export this one picture here, and I don't want that. I want to export the whole thing. So I'm going to click out into the grey here, go File, Export, and select my website folder. Now I need to make sure that this has got the same name as I want the page to be called. So this one is called Home. So I need to change that so it says Home, and then I need to make sure that this box here is ticked, so it will, when it breaks the page down into images, it's going to put those in a folder. Otherwise I could end up with hundreds of images here, and I don't want that. So I've ticked this box. I'm going to click Export. So that's that one done. So if I quickly prove it, I'll go back to my folder. There we go. So there's my home files and the images. So let's go back to Fireworks. We'll do our traditional page. So File, let's make sure that I'm clicked out in the grey. File, Export, Website, tick the box. This one's called Traditional, Export. Okay, and like I said, this banner I've already saved as an animated GIF in the images folder, so it's just here. So now I'm going to go into the website folder, and I'm going to open up the traditional page, because this is the one that's got something that I'm going to edit on. I'm going to open that up using Dreamweaver. So here we go, that's my page there. You can see it looks exactly the same, except you can't see the slice, but I know that there's a slice there. So I'm just going to click there and press delete, and now the slice is gone. Now I'm making sure that my cursor is still in here. I can see it flashing there. So it's still in this area that's exactly the same size as my animation. I'm going to go Insert, Image, and then I'll find my image, which is this animated banner here. Click on Choose. I can put some alternative text, so that means that when I hover my mouse over this, it will come up with a little tab which says alternative text. I'm going to leave that, and if I want, I can put it as an external link or a link to a page, so if somebody clicks on it, it will take them somewhere, but I'm going to leave that as well. So I'm just going to have it as an animation, and there we go, it's inserted. So all I need to do is go File, Save. So now when I go back to that folder here, I should be able to open this using my browser, and there we go, my banner's in it. Now what some people have requested is in this browser, the actual website is aligned to the left, and it always looks better to have it centrally aligned. Then I don't have all this space at one side and no space on the other. So I'll quickly show you how to do that. I'm just going to close that browser. In order to do that, I need to go into these CSS files. So both of these pages have got their own CSS file, so you'll need to do it in each one of these pages. So I'll just go into this one, and again, that will open with Dreamweaver. And here we go. So I can see this fireworks table container is our actual website, and it's these two bits here that I'm interested in. So I want to get rid of this position relative, so I'm just going to get rid of that completely. Just press delete, and in here I'm going to put a margin, and I'm going to make that auto, capital A. So this will automatically make the margin equal on both sides. So again, I'm going to go File, Save. There we go. So now when I go back to my file here, I'll open up this HTML again, and there we go. So now my website is in the middle.